The Fast Saga producer thinks that the franchise should go smaller. And anybody that's familiar with the Fast and the Furious franchise, I'm a fan. I've recently rewatched the entire franchise and ranked all of the movies. And the Fast and the Furious franchise, like a lot of franchises, similarly to Die Hard, which I reviewed and did a top 5 of recently, there's a point at which these action franchises turn into like superhero movies. I mean, everything's a superhero movie nowadays. It's just the only thing that makes money, so it's the only thing that they make. And even these action movies that aren't necessarily based on superhero comics, there's a point where the action goes from kind of grounded in reality to the point where everybody's just a superhero. You're seeing John McClane flying through a building, not getting hurt whatsoever. You're seeing in the Fast and the Furious franchise, they send a car to space, which is fun. I enjoy the Fast and Furious franchise. In the fifth film, Fast 5, when it kind of made that switch, I feel, to where it went to like superhero, where it went kind of even more, and they keep kind of upping the stakes in every one. I kind of enjoy that. But I agree with this producer that I think it would be fun if the franchise toned it back, because they're getting to a point where they're constantly trying to like up the action and up things in every movie, and you just can't. It just gets more and more ridiculous. Whereas if it was grounded in reality, it would have the ability. It's like they're running a sprint, upping the ante every time and getting bigger and bigger, right? You can't do that. You can't sustain that forever. Eventually, you're going to get to a point where you just can't do something bigger than the last one. You're just going to do more, and then it just gets worse. It's just there's going to be a point of diminishing returns. Versus if they do try to bring it back down to reality, they're going to be able to have the stamina to continue the series even longer, which I would enjoy. I mean, it's a fun franchise. The last movie wasn't great. Vin Diesel's acting in the last movie, the sentimental acting that he does in the last movie is laughable at best. It is bad. But I enjoy, there are aspects of the last movie that are amazing. Some amazing action scenes. Some of the characters are fun. So I'm good with it getting smaller. I don't know how they're going to pull it off. They're definitely going to have to rely on better writing and better acting to do so. But I'm big. Let me read more of this post here. The town that Matthew Baloney podcast Screen Rant Neo Mod blah 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 Fast franchise since the original 2000 film explained how he'd like to see the movies develop over the next few years. Honestly, I think this is a quote. Honestly, I think going forward, I'd like to actually go smaller, and I'd like to kind of start to go back to where it all started, where we started. I think that that's an interesting way to go. That's Moritz said that. I like to zig and then zag. I like to try and do something different, and I think that's what audience demand. That's what audiences demand these days. I mean, when you're talking about movie-going audiences, first off, stop making art for the audience. That's not what art is. Don't, like this whole Snyder bullshit where they like release the Snyder cut, the thing that doesn't exist. Release the thing that doesn't exist because this guy said it exists. We're going to believe his bullshit. I want 5-hour-long movies of slow motion. I want spectacle over content. People don't know what they want. The masses like bad things. Like, you look at movies that make a shitload of money. They're not the greatest examples of art in our society. You know, Like, the Transformers movies aren't the greatest expression of cinema storytelling known to man, yet they make a ton of money. The Marvel movies aren't like breaking boundaries in any way, but they're making a ton of money. People like things that they recognize. People like things from their childhood. The nostalgia, the money that's made through selling nostalgia back to people is ridiculous. And people don't know what they want because they want stuff that's familiar. They don't want new. They should want new. I want new. Some people do want new. Some people want original content. Some people want to be surprised with how creative somebody could be, how different they could tell a story. So I think culturally, we need some nutrition in our art, and there's not any of that. It's all fast food. It's all high fructose corn syrup movies, and it's a bummer. It is a bummer. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.